Hello and welcome to another edition of Once Upon a Week. My name's Chris, one half of Nothing But Static, UK television podcast duo. This week I came second place in a stand-up competition, which is pretty cool. I don't have any footage from that gig, but here's a clip of me doing stand-up while I was at uni. And I wore glasses and was bigger. I think I look pretty big anyway, at the very least in the video of the clip I think I'm going to insert here. So yeah, not the gig I did this week, but here's a clip of me doing stand up for the sake of it.
Well, I'm a student. My name's Chris. I've been concentrating mainly on getting fatter, and as you can see, I'm going to get first, second, third portion of pie. Just every time I say that joke, I think, oh, you sound like a dick. But then I think, pie. It's true. I worry about my weight. That's why I'm wearing black. Apparently it's slimming. I was going to come in blue, but I was worried, that you'd think I was the ocean.
So there we go. That's my week. On with Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Week. No, Once Upon a Time. Sorry about last week, by the way. It was too hot. This week's episode, The Crocodile, deals with, in the flashbacks, it deals with Rumpelstiltskin losing his wife to Captain Hook, or the person who becomes Captain Hook anyway. And in the present, in the non-fairy tale world, it deals with them trying to find Belle, who runs off. Because this year, Belle and Rumpelstiltskin are going to be the on-again, off-again couple. Which is good, because they didn't do that plot a lot last year with Snow White and Prince Charming. I don't actually mind that. It's a very different story. That sounds like I mind more than I do. I actually really enjoyed this episode. At first I was a bit like, because the flashbacks cut from when Rumpelstiltskin, before he's Rumpelstiltskin, to when he's very much Rumpelstiltskin and has lost his son. And people that haven't been paying much attention might have found that jarring. At first I found it jarring. And it just expects you to remember that the son has disappeared, which is fine, because you do. But I don't know, it was odd. The shows usually find a way to force explanation like that into the dialogue. Which Once Upon a Time didn't. And actually, fair play to them for not. I suppose that's commendable, as opposed to a criticism. But I don't know, I can imagine that jarring with some people, or some people finding it annoying. I imagine some people as well didn't like that we didn't get any Emma and Snow action, in the fairy tale world. Which is interesting as well. I don't know how I feel about that. No, I didn't mind it, actually. But it is the problem with doing these storylines where characters are separated. Some weeks are more about one than the other. And it's an interesting story technique. It's one they certainly can't do for a whole season, so I'll be interested to see where it goes. Loved the introduction of Hook. Thought he was fascinating, and you kind of feel sorry for him, even though he's paired up with the Evil Queen's mum, and he's clearly meant to be a villain, but is he meant to be a villain? I don't know. I think we're gonna see a good side to Hook. I think Hook may be a hero at some point. I don't know why. I think just because they've done a good job to go right away to go, look, he's not the best, but his love got killed, and that's why he's doing. They've not really done that with the Evil Queen's mum. She's just a villain. They've not. Well, have they? Not that I can remember. Anyway, they didn't give her some sort of tragic backstory or anything, whereas Hook, they've kind of done that right away. Although he's a bit of a swine, you sort of gravitate towards him, and I reckon they might then pull that gravity into a situation where we quite like him. Robert Carlyle, as always, on top form today. Emily de Raving, very good as well as Belle. I don't find not at all annoying or anything, and that character easily could be. But instead, I think she's got a natural charm that's really working. Great to see the dwarfs just mining, just because it's nice. It's always nice to see the dwarfs as dwarfs. That's quite fun. And yeah, just an episode that moved the plot forward. At first I was like, when it was a Rumpelstiltskin flashback before he was Rumpelstiltskin, I was a bit like, is this going to be a filler episode? But it really wasn't. I was quite pleasantly surprised by the new avenues that it explored and where it went. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's. Basically, I don't feel like I've got too much more to say. Sorry about that. If you want to see my face for a bit longer, just go back and watch some of the old episodes. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. That's everything. Check out the rest of the channel. Dan's got a new thing up now. TV Tangents, very good. A lot of fun, whole lot of fun, and he's worked very hard on getting the concept for that right. And he does a brilliant job. I've seen the first episode. I've been lucky enough to see it, and genuinely really, really good. So go check that out, and check out the rest of the content on the channel as well. We've got our web series Writing Space. We've got all the TV rundowns. We've got all of these. We've got lists. Top 6 animated comedies is the most recent list. Yeah, lots of stuff on there. So go check that out. Check out the podcast. And overall, my name's Chris, and I will see you once upon a week. Just realised that I've got that wasn't that long. That was only about 5 minutes long. So instead of adding more content about, you know, the episode and my thoughts, which is what you're probably here for, I'm going to insert a video that shows that sometimes I do try and care about my hair and my appearance on these vlogs, and showing my continuing distractions from living back at home. So enjoy that, and I will see you once upon a week. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'll just bring it down. Living at home. Good hair.